Hey everyone, welcome to the GrowCast show. We are on episode 91. And today in our studio, we have a very special guest. It is Master Yongyi, who is a renowned Feng Shui master in Singapore and Asia. Master Yongyi, let's get into the questions.
Hello, okay.
What is the motivation for writing your new book titled Unlock Your Future?
Okay, the greatest driving force behind this book is the current absence of a comprehensive single volume compilation in English dedicated to symbolic stars, okay? Making this work a unique contribution on a global scale, okay? I've rigorously tested the accuracies of these stars throughout the years, okay? And less reliable symbolic stars has been discarded.
And who should read your new book, Unlock Your Future?
Okay, firstly, practitioners who have up to this point have not been able to utilize symbolic stars in their destiny reading. This book will broaden their spectrum for their reading, okay? But more importantly, the general public can chart their own stars for their own birth chart as well as their yearly stars with easy to follow instructions within this book.
Okay, and what is the top 3 biggest learnings someone will get from reading your book, Unlock Your Future?
For the practitioners, the 3 things they can get out of this book are, of course, as I said, it provides a broader spectrum for destiny reading. Secondly, it also provides a finer distinction of reading one's character, okay? And thirdly, it can pinpoint specific incidents that can happen within a specific time frame. For the general public, for the first time ever, they don't have to rely on master's prediction for their zodiac sign every year, okay? They can chart their own in-depth understanding of their own character, as well as a more in-depth understanding of what are the probabilities and of events that are going to happen within a particular year. Lastly, they can easily look into the chart of their family members or anyone for that matters. In short, they can become an expert overnight.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah.
What makes you different from other Feng Shui and Bazi masters?
I think there are a few things that I do differently from other masters. Firstly, I write life book for people. Your whole life in a 200 pages handwritten format that is distinctively you. Okay, that is first thing. Secondly, I give money back guarantee for things that can be tangibly be measured. Okay, example, homeowners who are unable to sell their home, as well as for couple who are not able to conceive. Okay, and thirdly, I do a lot of house selection for people, and the standard I set for myself is very, very high.
Oh, wow, that's very cool. It's amazing. So, Master Yongyi, what is this life book that you help clients write, and how did it come about?
Okay, the life book comes about because I have many regular customers who come to me every end of the year or beginning of the year, okay, wanting to know what is in store for them in the coming year, okay? So I'm always very busy during those periods. So one day I told a client, look, you don't have to see me every year. Why don't I put it into a book for you, okay? So that you can take reference from the book on a year-to-year basis. And before I know it, I'm writing the life book for the whole family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And can you teach someone to write their own life book?
I can, and that is precisely what I intend to do. Because as a single entity, I can do only that much. Okay, if I teach, it will benefit more people.
Okay. And what does your life book include?
My life book will include a detailed writing on your character, relationship, money matters, career, health issues, luck cycles, and a year-by-year analysis of what are the probabilities and possibilities of events that is going to happen in that year, in every year. Yeah.
Okay. What is the guarantee you have for homeowners who are unable to sell their house when they consult you?
Okay, when homeowners are unable to sell their house, once I come in, I will guarantee it will be sold within 3 months. Or you'll get your money back.
Wow.
But I only accept houses that are stuck in the market for 9 months or more. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
I see.
And for this, I have 99% success rate. The only time that I fail is when I'm doing the placement for the house. The man of the house come running to me and say, 老师, cannot put there. My son will be cycling round and round, and then you will be knocked down. So but anyway, later he told me that actually he had a lot of offers, but her sister, who is the agent, reject them all because she wants to secure a better deal. That's the only time that I need to refund the money because it's over 3 months.
I see. Do other masters offer a money back guarantee?
At this point in time, I know not of any master that offers money back guarantee for their services.
Amazing. And how is the house selection you talk about different from a regular Feng Shui house audit?
Okay, in a Feng Shui audit, I will come, I will look at the external environment, the structure of the house, the interior, to find out the strength and weaknesses of the house, okay? And then I will do enhancement and remedy to the house. Just like a doctor giving advice to a sick patient, okay? In house selection, I'm searching for a healthy house from the very beginning. Translated into layman's term, firstly, I will be searching for a house that does not affect any members of the house adversely, okay? Secondly, the stability of the family unit is very important. Thirdly, no imminent sign of health issues like cancer, diabetic, or cardiac issues, okay? Lastly, in a cycle of 12 years, there are more good years than bad years, okay? Those are the criteria that I set when searching or looking for a house for clients. I have always said it's more important to choose a good house to begin with rather than buy and then come and audit, okay? You ask yourself, is it better to have a healthy body to begin with or to have a sick body and start taking medication?
Yeah. Can parents actually consult you for destiny reading for their children's future, and what is the best direction for them?
Of course. I mean, it's the best gift any parents can give to their children, to their child, okay? Imagine having a blueprint of your child's life, his or her strengths and weaknesses, in which arena of life that the child can play his best game, okay? When is her peak time? When is his or her downtime? Firstly, the child can avoid traveling down a lot of unnecessary paths. Secondly, you have a roadmap to help your child navigate his or her life's path. I've written a life book for children as young as 3 years old. Okay, the mother will keep the book. They say they will give the book only when they reach teenage or universities level and all that for them to follow up with their own life.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah. What are the top 3 common misconceptions people have about Chinese metaphysics?
Okay, Feng Shui is a system of organizing and balancing the environmental, mental energies and your personal energies so that harmony can be achieved. Okay, but it is about space-time. Okay, but over the years, it has morphed into many superstitious beliefs. Some misconstrued facts about Feng Shui includes every sharp corner is a sa or a killing arrow, okay? There are so many sharp corners in a house. How to survive without encountering some every day, okay? So I say, run far, far away from any master that point to every corner as a killing arrow, okay? Another misconception is that, the living hall sofa represents the status of the man of the house, okay? No sofa, no status. What about a Japanese home? And another thing that is widely practiced is that, a lot of Feng Shui items are created for commercial purposes and have no place in Feng Shui and may create more harm than good. Okay.
What is the number 1 most common question you get from your clients?
Basically, there's no common questions. Either they have many questions to ask, which I always encourage, or they don't ask any questions at all, okay? So it depends on who I'm dealing with. If it's the elderly, it got to do with health, okay? Recently, I saw an elderly woman in her 60s. I told her that these few years, the wood element is very strong and your earth element is very weak. Wood controls earth. Therefore, health issues regarding digestive system, diabetic, or even cancer can surface. And then the daughter says, yes, she got diabetes, and yes, she's undergoing chemotherapy.
Wow.
now. That's what she said. Okay. So for young couples, expected questions will be about career, relationship, and all that. Family with kids, usually the children, career, and family unit is important. So there's no such thing as common questions. It's a very broad-based thing, depending on who I'm dealing with. Yeah.
I see. Okay. What do you say to those who claim they don't believe in Chinese metaphysics or destiny reading?
I never try to convince people to believe, even though I can, unless I'm being challenged. Okay. Once I was in a business meeting, during break time, a guy come and sit right in front of me. Say, you are into Chinese metaphysics, right? Tell me something about me,
Wow.
So I look up. We are in a cafe, okay? I look up, and there's a statue of Mother Mary carrying a baby. Yeah? I said, in 2014, you have a baby, and there's a motherly, caring person that is of great help to you. He said, no, I have my second child in 2013. But yes, in 2014, my mother-in-law came over from East Malaysia, and yes, she's of great help to us because she looked after our 2 children and all that. Then I looked to the right on my right, outside the cafe, there's this sports shop that have things like hiking, wandering, camping, written on the awning okay. So I said, okay, in 2015, 2016, 2015, 2015, 1617, you're wondering about trying to find your footing, trying to find a place to entrench. He said, yes, those years, he doesn't know what to do. He started a marketing company, so within a very short period of time, he closed shop. Then he asked me, how do you see all this? Is it written on my face? I simply tells him, if you believe in synchronicity, and you know a little bit about quantum physics, you will know that Chinese metaphysics work. Okay, because at that point in time, in space, he come and ask me that question, and he's sitting in front of me. I take the environment. What is in the environment? Of course, there's at a certain position, and everything speaks. Everything speaks. Clouds speaks. Rain. Everything speaks. And I just take the message from there. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is synchronicity. So you believe it, and if you know, you have studied it, you are able to read anything. Instantly.
Yeah.
And he's muffled. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm also muffled. What would you say is the most rewarding part of your work as a Feng Shui master?
Of course, the most rewarding part is to see people's life improve because of the work I've done. Example, health improve upon moving out of a sick house. The positive feedback and appreciation that is vocalized. For example, thanking me for choosing the house for them. Now the family is in good harmony. Children's grades are improving. Generally, they feel a shift in energy. And of course, many thanks me for the life book, for preempting them for the possible loss of wealth, friction at work, or health issues. All this makes my work very rewarding, motivating, and fulfilling. Yeah.
Wow. Master Yongyi,
Yep.
do you have a mission when it comes to Chinese metaphysics?
Yes. My immediate mission is to get at least 10,000 people to read my book in 5 years' time by 2030. But my overall mission is to fill the vacuum, especially in the English-speaking world, explaining Chinese metaphysics in scientific and easy-to-understand manner. I'll do it with books, classes, and one-to-one coaching.
How can we differentiate between a true master and a novice?
Okay, by asking a lot of questions, and listen to the answers. As I said, run far away from masters that tell you 八字 is not important. It's Feng Shui that matters, If you do a Feng Shui audit without knowing about 八字, the best you can do is a half-baked job, But having said that, I think it's okay to be a novice, If the person is passionate about the subject matter and he's learning every day, and one day he will become an expert. So, we need to give people a chance to improve. So in that sense, being a novice is okay, provided they are passionate about their art and then keep learning, Yeah.
You mentioned that novices, right, are given a chance to develop and become experts. So in your view, what is not acceptable?
Okay, what is not acceptable or is not okay is firstly is misinformation. Okay, as I say, I mean, if someone tell you that, oh, 八字is not important, it's because they don't know anything about 八字. Okay, so run far away from all these masters. But the more scary part, another more scary part is what I call the scam masters. Okay,
Wow.
The scam masters, they operate just like the scammers. Okay, they use this what we call psychological manipulation to make you part with tons of money. Okay, they will be very nice initially to gain your trust. Then they will eventually they will become aggressive. They use guilt, cohesion, fear, emotional blackmail to get you part with your money. Okay, I got a friend who moved to a so-called resale flat in Yishun. Okay, I audited his house. Okay, then one day he invited me to his daughter's birthday. I saw something funny hanging on the ceiling. I asked, what are those? Then the wife exploded. The wife said, he wasted so much money without consulting you. Then my friend exploded. He says, Master Yongyi says he's not into catching ghosts, okay? And I'm deaf in 1 year. I didn't hear anything. It's you and the daughter that's hearing noises every night, every night. When you are frightened. So I have to engage somebody, right? He engaged this guy. This guy came and said, yeah, there's a lady sitting on your sofa carrying a baby. Frightened the hell out of everybody, Then one fine day, they enter the lift together with their neighbor. Then they start chatting. Then the neighbor says, oh, you stay directly below my flat, Okay, at night, every night, my big dog like to scratch the floor, He says, I hope it doesn't disturb you and your family, So this is only one example. There are many who use all these so-called psychological manipulation of fear and all that and these are the scary part. And the most scary part is that scammers, when they are caught, they can be charged, okay?
Yes.
Scam masters, when they're caught, they cannot be charged. Because you know why? First, willing buyer, willing seller. And there's a service that has been rendered. Even when you make a police report, there's no use. Because he says, willing buyer, willing seller. He did something for you, right? The service that he promised, right? It's only that now you feel that, buyer's remorse, you feel cheated or whatever. And this guy really advertised himself as such. Every house he goes to, he say there's a ghost in your house.
Oh dear. Yeah. How do you measure that for your clients?
Okay, as I said, for tangible and measurable stuff, is by timing. Okay, for example, selling of house 3 months. Okay, that's it. Okay, for retail business in the short front, it all depends. Sometimes I have to tell them frankly. Okay, say anticipate at least 12 months before you can see profit. In fact, there's one F&B outlet. I asked them to give up the shop. I said there's no way I can tap energy, in this location, and really they follow up in 3 months time. Okay, so for household, it's always their positive feedback. They are happier, things flow better luck in career, etc. So that's a form of measurement for the clients as well as for myself.
What happens during the first consult with you, and how long does it usually take?
Okay, for 八字 reading, it will take about 1 hour, and I will encourage them to ask as many questions as possible. Okay, for house audit, I would like to understand their intention and their expectation. Then I will outline the way I work. Okay, it involves renovation and moving in. It can be a long process because I will work with their interior designer till the day they move in, and then finally I'll do a final audit. So the thing is to explain how it works. Okay.
What do you say to someone who had a bad experience with a Feng Shui master before they met you?
Okay, it all depends. I got a guy who have had his fair dose of scam masters, and he swear that he will not speak to any masters anymore, anymore. So one day his wife told him, he said, our penthouse more than 1 year, there's no offer, you know what I mean? And Master Yongyi promised a money back guarantee. So there's nothing to lose, okay? And then he relented, okay? So to cut a long story short, I come in, 2 weeks, the penthouse was sold.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also sometimes masters do make mistake as well, okay? I do a condominium, okay? I do a condominium. And once I finish up my so-called the floor plan drawing, the man throw 3 floor plans on the table. Then before I can say anything, he said, no need to explain. One look, I know yours is correct. This 3 is wrong. Okay, the former masters is off by 45 degrees. It's off by 45.
Wow.
Okay, to cut a long story short, because of that mistake, the sector that represents the man of the house is of the element metal. The former minister go and paste a lot of red packet all on the ceiling, whole patch, whole second. Okay, red is fire element. Element melts. The fire melts metal, okay, controls the metal. So that's why they feel that something is not right because things are getting from bad to worse, okay? So they ask around lah. Then one of a friend highly recommend me, so I come in. So I'm seeing them every year, These are the bad experience, but sometimes it's not intentional, okay? It's because it's a mistake made by the master and sometimes they even make mistake of terbalik, the front is south facing, and then because they take it as north facing and all that.
Wow.
Okay, but the more scary part is what I said, that okay, the bad experience that some of them have with all these scam masters, but then they learn their lessons, so they learn their lessons.
And what are the limitations of Chinese metaphysics?
Chinese metaphysics is not a cure-all medication for everything, okay? Of course, everything has its limitations. If Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all religious figures as well as science have yet to fix the world, what makes you think Chinese metaphysics can fix the world? Okay, but if you believe that in the interconnectedness of the world and everything around you impacts you, by tweeting the environment, even your handphone, and by having a blueprint of your life, don't you think things can be made smoother, or you will be able to navigate the storm better because you are prepared for it? Yeah.
Can you predict exact dates and time for everything, for everyone?
Okay, please run far away from masters that said that they can do that, okay? When we talk about energy in motion or energy movement, it's a gradual process, okay? Even though we have fixed dates for each season, summer, winter, and all that, the actual experience is also a gradual process, okay? You don't wake up one day and say, it suddenly is summer with all its characteristic of summer. Correct or not? It's a gradual process. By the same token, you can pinpoint an event happening within a year or even within a month, plus minus, okay? But to predict exact date, exact time, well, that is in the realm of myth and fairy tales. Yeah.
So how do you handle sensitive considerations such as delivering bad news or maybe advising on very sensitive issues?
Okay, it all depends on what the subject matters is. I have my own so-called principle on that. If we are talking about imminent death in that current year, I will normally be straightforward, okay? Say, okay, expect someone in your family to pass on this year, okay? And sometimes they say, it already happened, okay? So some kind of counseling works will help, okay? Or sometimes they say, then we know who is going to be, okay? So at least they are well prepared for, okay? So also, another thing is when a couple comes in for date selection for their wedding, and I see that both of them are not compatible, I will highlight the challenges of a marriage and all that and choose the best date for them. Some masters are very direct one. They say, both of you cannot get married. Sure, divorce.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So those two different masters operate differently. For me, the thing is that they are already, everything is fixed already. So you know what I mean? So when you say that, the couple immediate reaction is that I will prove you wrong. We get married and then eventually they also divorce. You know what I mean? So another thing is that when it comes to cesarean birth selection, date selection, some masters don't do it because they say that it's against heaven's will. Okay,
I see.
So my point of view is that if the universe give us this knowledge, we should use it. Okay, but at the same time, sometimes you choose a good date for the baby, but on that day, maybe the gynae, the doctor have an accident, cannot come in time, or the baby, come early, decided to come early, So so that's heaven's will. Even you choose a date, things may not happen according to what you plan for,
Yeah. So does divination work, and how accurate can you get?
Anybody who believe in synchronicity and that everything happens for a reason, should know that the divination works. I always tell people divination in any form will work, be it tarot card, qi, I Ching, poker card, or whatever, when carried out in a proper manner. I quote you one example. A client once text me, I am going for a surgery today. Without any other information, I take the time that he texts me the message, I do a divination. I text back, I say, no worries, everything will be fine. They will extract 2 big stones. The next day he texts back, he says, I nearly jumped out of bed when the anestheticians said they have removed 2 big stones.
Wow.
Followed by meaning like, wow, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there any sensitive topic that you will not touch?
I will not delve into spirit, entities, and the supernatural, Even though I've learned all the different rituals from a Taoist priest in China, However, once my student called me and said, my friend's 5-year-old kid, every night without fail at midnight, will scream and cry at the top of his voice. They have tried everything, and to no avail. He said, do you want to come down, and how much do you charge? I said, I will not go down, and I will not charge a single cent, but I will teach you what to do, and you teach your friend what to do. So he said, so so after immediately I called my Sime in China. I said, hey, what Sifu taught the ritual, is it effective or not? My Sime said, 100% works, don't worry. At most 5 days, but most of the time 3 days, the child will be okay. 3 days later, my student called me and said, her friend is very thankful. The child is well now.
Wow.
The ritual will be a bit too long if I want to explain what is happening But for those who have encountered the same issue like this, can get in touch with me. I don't mind teaching them how to do the ritual for free.
Is destiny pre-written, or can destiny be changed?
One of my teachers in China who have since passed on always says life is destined. A life that is destined can be changed. A life that is destined that can be changed is also destined. 他说命是注定的，注定的命是可以改变的，可以改变的命也是注定的。So everybody listens to this quote will say, oh, so life is destined but it doesn't mean that way. The crucial part is in the last sentence. It means the last sentence means if you are determined to change, mentors, masters will appear, or a path will appear for you to lead, to show you the way for change. You see, many people say we are not born with a manual to how to live life. In fact, we do have a manual for life, for how to live life. That is your 八字, Your 八字is your blueprint of your life, Your blueprint does not control your life unless you allow it, Like the blueprint of a house before you build it, you are if you are not happy with it, you can alter, change, and transform it. Okay, but like all changes, it needs conscious, deliberated, and intentional effort on your part. Right. The important thing is to be aware of the probabilities and the possibilities at different stage of your life and what's going to happen, and know what is it that need to be changed.
So nowadays, everybody is talking about the law of attraction. How does that work with Chinese metaphysics?
Okay, both concepts acknowledge that everything in the cosmos, including thoughts, energies, and physical environment, are about energies in motion. Okay, it is about shaping destiny through managing energies towards desired outcome. The law of attraction relies a lot on visualization, affirmation, and belief system for manifestation. Okay, Chinese metaphysics use specific calculation and adjustment with auspicious energies for manifestation. It is a holistic approach that considers the interconnectedness of heaven, man's, and earth. That means destiny, your own working, as well as the environment. Okay, law of attraction focus on mental creation. Chinese metaphysics dwells into understanding and harmonizing cosmic and environmental forces to enhance one's potential. I would say Chinese metaphysics provide a more structured framework for understanding the game of life. Okay, but a combination of both practices can indeed produce powerful results.
And what is the best advice you can give to people?
It depends on who the person I'm talking to, okay? If he is of a strong character, no-nonsense guy, a justice fighter who will return an eye for an eye type, I would say, take it easy, brother. Live and let live and live and let die, okay? And if he's a person like me, laid back, easygoing, I would say, buck up, put in more action. You don't have forever, before you know it, game is game over, So it's different strokes for different folks. But okay, on a serious note, for you to live better, you need to know yourself better, okay? So get yourself a roadmap, okay? If you can see your future, you can do the impossible.
And where can people find out about getting a consult with you and your new book?
Okay, they can get in touch with me on my Facebook page, Yongyi I Ching Academy, or on my personal page, Huang Yongyi, or straight away through my WhatsApp number, 92349547. Yeah.
Okay. And that's all the questions we have for Master Yongyi. And this is episode 91. See you again for episode 92.